Russia has quietly initiated a program to refurbish and redeploy older aircraft from storage, representing a pragmatic response to sanctions, disrupted supply chains, and sustained pressure on domestic air transport capacity. Among the aircraft types now being returned to service is the Antonov An-148, a regional jet that had largely disappeared from commercial use over the past decade. Recent Russian reports indicate that multiple An-148 aircraft, previously stored for extended periods, are undergoing refurbishment and technical upgrades before being restored to operational condition for deployment by airlines and government operators. Altitude Addicts understands that this effort is not presented as a revival of serial production, but rather as a practical attempt to restore airworthy aircraft in the shortest feasible timeframe. The An-148, despite its complex history and mixed reputation, offers a balance of range, passenger capacity, and rough field performance that aligns closely with Russia's immediate requirements, particularly on regional and remote routes. To understand why the An-148 is being brought back now, it must be viewed within the broader context of Russia's current civil aviation environment. In recent years, access to Western-manufactured aircraft, spare parts, and maintenance services has been sharply restricted. At the same time, domestic aircraft programs such as the SJ-100, the MC-21, and the IL-114-300 remain in various stages of testing, certification, or early production, and are not yet able to replace the existing fleet in sufficient numbers. Within this context, aircraft already located inside Russia, even if manufactured many years ago and placed into storage, represent a valuable and immediately accessible resource. The An-148 fits this logic precisely. Several airframes were preserved following their withdrawal from service, and these aircraft can be restored faster and at significantly lower cost than building new ones from scratch. Engineers involved in the program are reported to be conducting comprehensive inspections, deep overhauls, and targeted system replacements to ensure the aircraft meet current Russian airworthiness standards. The guiding principle of the program is practicality rather than ambition. Instead of attempting to reestablish international cooperation or reconstruct disrupted supply chains, the focus is on adapting the aircraft to domestic resources, locally supported components, and revised maintenance procedures. In terms of its fundamental characteristics, the An-148 is a regional jet designed for short to medium-range operations with modest passenger demand. Depending on cabin configuration, it typically accommodates between 70 and 83 passengers in a single-class layout. This places it firmly in the regional jet category, suitable for connecting smaller cities with major hubs or serving thin routes where larger narrow-body aircraft would not be economically efficient. One of the most distinctive features of the An-148 is its high-wing configuration combined with a T-tail. This design allows the engines to be mounted higher above the ground, reducing the risk of foreign object damage and enabling operation from airports with less developed infrastructure. This capability has long been particularly important in Russia, where many regional airports operate under demanding climatic and operational conditions. The aircraft is powered by two turbofan engines from the D436 family, providing cruise speeds comparable to other regional jets. Depending on the variant and payload, the An-148 is capable of flying several thousand kilometers, with extended range versions able to cover interregional routes without intermediate stops. Looking back at its origins, the An-148 was developed in the early 2000s by the Antonov Design Bureau as a modern replacement for older Soviet-era short-haul aircraft, including the Tu-134. The aim was to combine contemporary avionics and improved passenger comfort with the ruggedness needed for operation in challenging environments. The aircraft made its first flight in the mid-2000s and entered service a few years later. Production was organized both in Ukraine and in Russia, with licensed manufacturing at the Voronezh Aircraft Production Association, In theory, this arrangement supported stable production and access to customers across the post-Soviet region. Altitude Addicts learns that, initially, the An-148 attracted interest from airlines seeking to modernize aging regional fleets. Multiple versions were proposed, tailored to different range and payload requirements. However, production volumes remained limited, and total output never reached the levels forecast during the program's early years. Operational experience with the An-148 in Russia proved mixed. While the aircraft performed well on routes with challenging runway conditions, operators reported issues related to reliability, maintenance complexity, and spare parts availability. These factors reduced dispatch reliability and increased operating costs, undermining airline confidence in the type. As relations between Russia and Ukraine deteriorated, these challenges intensified. The An-148 relied on a multinational supply chain, particularly for engines and certain systems. As cooperation broke down, maintaining the fleet became increasingly difficult, leading many aircraft to be withdrawn from commercial service and placed into storage or reassigned to government roles. Despite these setbacks, the aircraft retained a degree of respect for specific missions. Its ability to operate from shorter or less prepared runways continued to distinguish it from other regional jets, preserving its relevance in niche roles. Before being placed into storage, the An-148 served with several Russian airlines on domestic routes. It was also used for government and special-purpose missions, where flexibility and range were prioritized over commercial efficiency. By the late 2010s, however, the type had largely disappeared from regular airline service, and few expected it to return. Altitude Addicts understands that the current restoration effort involves far more than simply returning stored aircraft to active status. Engineers are reportedly replacing or modifying systems that can no longer be supported through the original supply channels. This includes work on avionics, onboard equipment, and selected mechanical components, with the objective of making the aircraft fully maintainable within Russia. Each aircraft undergoes a thorough technical inspection, structural evaluation, engine servicing, and test flights before being cleared for operation. Although labor-intensive, this process allows operators to recover usable capacity far more quickly than waiting for new aircraft deliveries. For Russia's regional aviation sector, the return of the An-148 offers short-term stabilization. It enables airlines and state operators to preserve connectivity, particularly on routes with lower passenger demand or limited airport infrastructure. This helps sustain regular service and maintain access to air transport for remote communities. From a passenger perspective, the An-148 does not represent a major leap in comfort or technology. Nevertheless, it provides a reasonably modern jet experience compared with much older aircraft that might otherwise be used on similar routes. Its reintroduction may also relieve pressure on larger aircraft, allowing them to be deployed more efficiently on high-demand services. Whether the An-148 remains in service for many years or serves only as a transitional measure will depend largely on the pace of Russia's newer aircraft programs. If domestic production of new regional and narrow-body aircraft accelerates, the An-148 may once again be phased out. If delays persist, refurbished aircraft of this type may remain in active use longer than initially anticipated. What is clear is that the aircraft's return reflects a broader strategic emphasis on resilience and self-sufficiency. Rather than relying on uncertain external sources, Russia is making use of existing assets, even if that requires bringing designs from an earlier era back into service. In this light, the revival of the An-148 is driven not by nostalgia, but by practical necessity. It illustrates how technical expertise, industrial adaptability, and available resources are being leveraged to sustain civil aviation under challenging conditions. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and like. Also, Please take the membership of Altitude Addicts to encourage us.